What if I told you the richest people you know don't look rich at all? They don't drive flashy cars. They don't wear designer clothes. And they definitely don't post their bank balance on social media. Today, we're going to reveal 12 silent habits that make people secretly rich. And by the end of this video, you'll realize that building wealth is not about what people see. It's about what they don't. A study by Thomas Stanley, author of The Millionaire Next Door, found that over 80% of millionaires in America are first-generation rich. They didn't inherit it. They didn't win the lottery. They built their wealth quietly, one silent habit at a time. Let's meet Alex. He's in his 20s, earns a decent salary, and looks completely ordinary. But behind closed doors, Alex is building an empire. Let's find out how. Habit number 1, they pay themselves first. Most people get their paycheck and start paying everyone else. Rent, bills, subscriptions, eating out, and whatever is left, if anything, goes to savings. But Alex does the opposite. The moment his salary hits his account, 30% automatically moves to his savings and investment accounts before he pays a single bill. Out of every $5,000, $1,500 goes straight to his future. The remaining $3,500 covers his life. This isn't a new concept. Warren Buffett himself said, "Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving." And the numbers prove it. Research from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that people who automate their savings are 73% more likely to build long-term wealth compared to those who save manually. Alex doesn't rely on willpower. He relies on systems. Habit number 2, they live far below their means. When Alex got a raise last year, a 20% increase, do you know what changed in his lifestyle? Absolutely nothing. Same apartment, same car, same grocery store. While most people upgrade everything the moment they earn more, Alex redirected that entire raise straight into his investment portfolio. That's the difference between looking rich and being rich. A study from the Federal Reserve found that 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency. Not because they don't earn enough, but because they spend everything they earn. Alex follows the 50-30-20 rule: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% or more for savings and investments. The gap between what you earn and what you spend, that's your wealth-building engine. And Alex keeps that engine running every single month. Habit number 3, they avoid lifestyle inflation like the plague. Alex's neighbor Jake just bought a brand new BMW on a 72-month loan. $650 a month. He earns the same salary as Alex. But while Jake is drowning in car payments, Alex's 8-year-old Honda is fully paid off. Same salary, completely different financial future. And 78% of workers are stuck living paycheck to paycheck because of exactly this: lifestyle inflation. Let me show you what happens over 10 years. Jake pays $650 a month for his BMW. After 10 years, his car is worth maybe $3,000. Total paid? Over $46,800 for a depreciating asset. Alex takes that same $650 and puts it into an index fund averaging 10% per year. After 10 years, his portfolio is worth over $180,000. Same money, Wildly different outcomes. That's the real cost of lifestyle inflation. Habit number 4. They invest consistently, not perfectly. Alex doesn't try to time the market. He doesn't wait for the perfect dip. He invests $500 every single month into a diversified index fund. Rain or shine. Bull market or bear market. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. And according to a Vanguard study, investors who use dollar cost averaging outperform those who try to time the market 68% of the time. Consistency beats perfection. Now, let me show you the math that changes everything. If Alex invests just $500 a month, with an average return of 10% per year, in 10 years, he'll have over $102,000. In 20 years, over $380,000. And in 30 years, over $1.1 million. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world, and Alex treats it like his secret weapon. The curve starts slow, but once it takes off, it's unstoppable. Habit number 5. They track every single dollar. A survey by Mint found that 65% of Americans don't know how much they spent last month. Alex is not one of them. Every Sunday evening, he spends just 15 minutes reviewing his expenses on a simple spreadsheet. Needs, wants, investments, and leaks. Last month, he found $47 a month, going to 3 subscriptions he hadn't used in 6 months. That's $564 a year. Gone. Awareness creates control, and control creates wealth. Habit number 6. They build multiple income streams silently. According to the IRS, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. 7. Alex has his day job at $4,200 a month. Freelance consulting on weekends brings in $1,200. Dividend stocks pay him $400. His high-yield savings account at 4.5% earns $300. And a small digital product he launched brings in $900. That's an extra $2,800 per month on top of his salary. None of it is flashy. All of it is building his wealth. And here's the key most people miss. Alex didn't build all 5 streams overnight. He built them one at a time. Year 1, he focused on his day job. Year 2, he added freelancing. Year 3, dividend stocks. Year 4, high-yield savings. Year 5, a digital product. Step by step. Quietly. No announcements. No social media posts. Just consistent progress from $4,200 a month to over $7,000 a month in 5 years. Habit number 7. They say no far more than they say yes. Every week, Alex gets invited to dinners, trips, and expensive outings from friends. Come on, don't be boring. You can afford it. And most of the time, he politely says no, not because he can't afford it, but because he calculates the real cost. A Harvard Business Review study found that high performers say no to 90% of opportunities because they're focused on the 10% that truly matters. Here's the math Alex runs in his head. A $2,500 Vegas trip equals 3 days of fun and $0 remaining. But that same $2,500 invested at 10% annual return. In 5 years, it's $4,000. In 10 years, $6,500. In 20 years, over $17,000. From a single decision. Every no to something unimportant. is a yes to your future. That's not being cheap. That's being strategic. Habit number 8. They read obsessively. According to Thomas Corley's research in Rich Habits, 88% of wealthy people read for at least 30 minutes every day. Compare that to only 2% of poor people who do the same. Alex reads 2 books a month: The Psychology of Money, Atomic Habits, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Next Door. He doesn't read to show off. He reads because every book gives him a mental model, a new way to think about money, risk, and opportunity. While the average person scrolls social media for 2 hours a day, according to Statista, Alex invests that same time into his mind. Same 2 hours, completely different results. One person's brain is shrinking from endless scrolling. The other is expanding with knowledge, strategies, and ideas. Your mind is the highest return investment you can make, and Alex treats it that way every single day. Habit number 9. They protect their time like it's money. Because it is. Alex values his time at $50 per hour. If a task takes 3 hours and he can pay someone $40 to do it, he pays. Why? Because 3 hours of his time is worth $150. Paying $40 saves him $110 worth of time. A study from the National Academy of Sciences found that people who spend money to save time report significantly higher life satisfaction. So what does Alex outsource? Grocery delivery, $15 a week. Laundry service, $25 a week. A virtual assistant for 5 hours a week, $75. House cleaning, $60 every 2 weeks. Total cost, about $145 per week. Time saved, over 12 hours per week. And those 12 hours? They go straight into freelancing, learning, and building his business. Most people trade time for money. Alex trades money for time, then uses that time to build more wealth. Habit number 10. They avoid toxic money circles. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Alex used to hang out with friends who pressured him to split $200 dinners every weekend. Friends who called him cheap for not buying rounds of drinks. A study in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people with big spending friends spend 20 to 30% more than those with frugal friends. Your circle is silently draining your wealth. So Alex quietly shifted his circle. He found a small group of like-minded people. Instead of splitting expensive dinners, they meet at coffee shops. They share investment ideas. They hold each other accountable. They talk about assets, not just expenses. Alex didn't cut anyone off rudely. He just slowly changed who he spends the most time with, and his net worth shifted with it. Surround yourself with people who make you richer, in money and in mindset. Habit number 11. They always have an emergency fund. Alex keeps 6 months of living expenses, around $15,000, in a high-yield savings account, earning 4.5% APY. He never touches it. It's not for vacations. It's not for impulse buys. It's his financial shield. According to Bankrate, 57% of Americans can't afford a $1,000 emergency. When life hits them, they go into debt. Alex doesn't. His shield absorbs the blow. Here's a real example. Last year, Alex's car needed an $1,800 repair. Step 1, he stayed calm. No panic. Step 2, he transferred $1,800 from his emergency fund, paid in full. No credit card. no debt. Step 3. Over the next 2 months, he refilled his fund back to $15,000, fully restored. Meanwhile, the average American would put that on a credit card at 24.99% APR and spend months or years paying it off. An emergency fund isn't just money in a bank, it's peace of mind. Habit number 12. They think in decades, not days. This is the master habit, the one that ties everything together. Alex has a vision board on his wall. Age 25, building the foundation with $50,000 in net worth. Age 30, a $250,000 portfolio with 3 income streams. Age 35, $800,000. Age 40, $1.5 million and semi-retirement. Age 45, $2 million with $8,000 a month in passive income. Complete financial freedom. A study from the Journal of Financial Planning found that people with a written plan are 2.5 times more likely to reach their goals. And every single decision Alex makes runs through one simple filter. Does this move me closer to my goal or further away? Impulse buy? No. Flashy car lease? No. Expensive vacation on credit? No. Invest $500 a month? Yes. Read and learn? Yes. Build another income stream? Yes. Save and compound? Yes. 2 paths. One leads to zero growth. The other leads to $2 million in financial freedom. Alex chose his path. The question is, which path will you choose? And that's the truth about secretly wealthy people. They don't have a secret salary. They don't have a trust fund. They have habits. 12 silent habits that compound over time, just like their investments. Pay yourself first. Live below your means. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Invest consistently. Track every dollar. Build multiple income streams. Say no more often. Read obsessively. Protect your time. Fix your circle. Keep an emergency fund. And think in decades. Alex isn't special. He just made a decision one day to build wealth quietly. And he stuck with it. The question is, which of these 12 habits will you start with today? Drop it in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because wealth isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the silence. See you in the next one.